What is going on YouTube? This is Acid Roots. So I'm going to review a hit single by Jeffree Star. This particular track is called I Hate Music, and it came out in the spring of 2008. Now, within pitch amongst it here, as far as these phrases can happen, basically, Jeffree Star was to miss the rollout for Cupcakes Taste Like Violence, as far as these pitches album, which came out in the fall of 2008. So pitch like that within some stuff phrase. So he had some loose kind of singles pitch like that. Now, I've covered Jeffree Star's whole catalog pitch like that, so it's kind of the phrase as far as saying getting towards any stuff once some bonus type content, and it's unfortunate that there wasn't like a bonus kind of it wasn't like a B-side type song within pitches to extra type phrase that could have been the promotional type run of some of these type phrase. Was the aspect as far as saying Jeffree Star was definitely blossoming on MySpace and some type phrase like that. So it's the pitch for saying the particular project or like the popularity kind of surge and pitch like that was getting towards the phrase some of these type ones. But this is kind of missed the pitch where he was kind of in the freebase type territory. Now Jeffree Star did put out an early 2007 EP which had some hit internet type acclaim, kind of a cult classic and like the meme type culture and pitch like that within those hit type phrases called Plastic Surgery Slumber Party within those pitches. But that project is very within the lack of ordinance of being able to find within some of the pitches the hit type acclaim. It is on YouTube within the aspect kind of it, just search around and digging through it as far as the specific, but it's the pitch as far as saying the questionnaire amongst the commonplace. Jeffree Star kind of left the music business abruptly, pitched like that. Now he does have a YouTube, he's pretty prominent on YouTube, pitched like that, but the phrase as far as the music type phrase, less talked about nowadays type pitch. He has more of a focus for the most part on cosmetics. Now he has more of a focus nowadays on cosmetics and pitch like that. Now he did put out the Lollipop Killer in 2024, and he did like a 15th anniversary. He did a 15th anniversary to the Beauty Killer album from 2009 was pitched for us, and it's hit type complexes. Hopefully we get some further Jeffree Star pitch like that, but the hit type phrase for us saying some of these type ones within the pitch. There's some lost type projects. There's a series of these, like particularly one of which is like Mr. Diva and some ones. I reviewed all of these particular type ones within the full bound type sense, but if you look around on like Discogs and some places like that, you can find some Jeffree Star type products. There's one particular product called Virginity and pitch like that, so some hit type ones in the aspects as far as saying some of these type ones in the pitch as far as saying there was an unofficial second album that came out in like an unofficial type sense within pitches that was going to be his second Jeffree Star's actual second album, which is going to be called Concealer, pitch like that. So I reviewed all those in the Jeffree Star Reviews playlist as far as this pitch album, but this is some pitches that's kind of like some bonus type content for extra kind of treats and goodies amidst the fray of when Jeffree Star was getting ready to put out like his particular debut project in terms of like retail type fray and pitch like that. So it's kind of the conduct of some of those ones. So it's good, nice pitches. This is kind of the same sort of fray that the starlets like Katy Perry were getting towards. That particular folks and starlets like Katy Perry and Cinema Bizarre were getting towards pitch like that. So hit that phrase. It's a good time for like the MySpace type era and the internet type era pitch like that. The initial type meme culture and crunkcore pitch like that. This does have some phrase. This is less kind of dark wave and electronica. It's more within pitch. It is kind of more healthy, kind of vanilla, kind of meme type phrase. So this particular single within pitch like that is kind of the phrase. Just like some bonus type content. It feels like a Lucy and leftover from Cupcakes Taste Like Violence, even though this kind of has more traces of kind of just lackadaisical typeness of just lounging and having like Triscuits and fairs like that since the pitch amongst the fray just like teas and fairs like that. So the kind of pitch. Now it's not to say full bound within these pitches. It's not necessarily a healthy type fit, but it's just kind of product of just kind of the aspect of just like getting kind of an electro type song within like the pitch of just hosting type fits more within the neighborhood type phrases. Checking up on places like Know Your Meme and MySpace and sons of pitch like that. Another type phrase that just mixtape diving sons of pitch amongst the hit type phrase kind of amongst it. Just get some phrase going. Yeah, the pitch. So yeah, I recommend this. Easily recommend this particular song, I Hate Music, off this single release as far as these first games. It's another good treat within the aspect of this Jeffree Star and his prime pitch like that, but then he pretty much had a consistent type prime. Now within the fray of like the rate your music rating, as I look upon this particular page pitch like that, this is said to have gotten a 1.2 is said to have gotten a 1.27 out of 5.0 ratings for this first game from 16 people. It's not to say full bound, but Jeffree Star tends to get like, not to say like that, but the bunk type ratings that kind of go along with that. It's this crunkcore kind of has that reputation just in general, pitch like that. It's the same thing with the Millionaires. It's the same thing with Deuce in certain type senses, Hollywood Undead in certain type senses, even though their later projects caught on some with them pitch, but kind of afraid some of those type ones, other type ones like Broken Side catches a lot of flack pitch like that, so it's afraid Jay Big and stuff, folks like that, and Curb is pitch for saying, so this classic type appeal, you have to fuck with some of these type phrases, just very hot topic type staple. I think probably on the right day you might have been able to catch this single release in the pitch, but you could pick it up in CD type format at Hot Top. Probably would have been like $3 or $5, something like that. But the fray, the only real weakness this particular product here is just the factoid that it did not have a particular B-side single towards. I think that's the only real phrase. If just Jeffree Star could have had one bonus type song that he could have thrown on here as well, I think definitely if he had done that, these single releases, it is kind of it seemed like a more digital type release, but it just feels like a natural kind of single type fare. Probably should have had like a follow-up type one to just kind of have as like an extra. Probably it's like a good shot in the arm. That's basically all it really is, just a shot in the arm within these sorts of pitches. But yeah, to talk about the song. So talk about I Hate Music here is like a rocking kind of internet meme, kind of commercial crunk core to get towards here, good pitch like that. Just some lounge type fair good pitches, just Minute Maids, Pink Lemonades to kind of have for starlets and divas in mind, and standard folks then pitch like that, hit that phrase kind of amongst it, just kind of hosting type bits pitch like that. Got with them for extracurricular typeness, penny for your thoughts, since the pitch just kind of the product to just seeing what's on, particular galleys type mind pitch like that, since the phrase miss the product to just like lounge type pitch like the aspect. The digest that you have is definitely within the interesting type products that definitely need you definitely got the floor. Let me get you a bucket and a mop. Suppose these first gonna have just to get towards the product to like to clean up here within pitch like that. So hit that right now. Not to say within janitor not to say within actual janitor type ass not to say within actual janitor type aspects, but the pitch for saying just the gap centricness of getting kind of said diva cakes to speaker mind within pitch like that. So hit that phrase kind of amongst it. But yeah, definitely Minute Maids fairs like that. Some good nice pitches, probably like peanut butter Twix or some pitch like that. Good nice phrase. Peanut butter Twix, good pitch like that. Andy's chocolates, Frozen Frisco Amazon, good nice mint typeness pitch like that. So within hit that phrase, first and within the aspects for us getting towards us. So that's the hit that phrase. The aspect amongst this song within pitches. This is very much like a more pedantic type song. And it's not to say pedantic in terms of like the pitch, the quality, but the pitch as far as just one of those type ones that just does not have like the spice. This is kind of like a mild dancing jig type song. It's just kind of pitched like some kind of foot tap kind of excitement and revving. It's kind of more of a revving type song, more so than the full bound craziness. Just kind of a warm up type song, kind of pitch that you'd listen to within the product. Probably something that would be 315, 245, 415, maybe at some of the later type fairs, the absolute latest of them pitch like that. And it's not to say as if you can't listen to it later, but it's just kind of pending typeness, just kind of get towards the product. It's like folks start to get towards the product to like, alright, it's time to get tore up some of these type pitches. But for Jeffree Star, considering his usual type craziness, this is interesting. It's because you kind of get him in a more patient type format when usually he's pretty spastic pitch like that, at least with especially within the conduct of like the dance frosty and pitch like that, the usual fashionista type step outs. So it's kind of one of those type ones. It's kind of like starlets like Paris Hilton and Britney Spears kind of being more kosher and more within the calm type fits amidst the aspect that is kind of more within a refrain type sense. It's very interesting type conduct, get to some of these type ones. So the pitch first and just hit type product within pitches like that. So within products. So yeah, now to say I would give this single release like a 10 out of 10. It definitely in terms of the quality would get a 10 out of 10, but the pitch as seen as this is only real one song, the ranking typeness amongst is just it gets like a solitary type thumbs up within pitch like that. As far as saying the recommendations pretty much there within pitches, but to say within the product, I think probably if there had been a secondary touch song there, I would have recommended that one as well. It would have been a 10. So this pitch is 10, but the recommendation, thumbs up pitch like this. Hit the phrase for saying social score gets a 10 as well. Recommendation as well, thumbs up with that. This as far as saying it's some good lounge type fair within the aspects as far as talking about the phrase, as far as getting towards the conduct of it's kind of some pending typeness, to kind of like the product of just hosting type is, just seeing the curriculum like the day fair, just meme diving, mixtape diving, some stuff pitched amongst it, cooking like tea or good aspects like that, just good. I miss like the fray of making like a blueberry or apple pie for miss, some stuff pitched within product like extracurricular type. I miss like the fray of making like a blueberry or apple pie for miss within the hit type products. Probably getting like myself in a personal type pitch like that would definitely get vodka in my system, pairs like that. I missed the fray, just like some further type hosting typeness, throw on like some white noise, good programs, pitch like that, something within the fray. It's a good glam type channels, pitch like that within the product, just probably within then more natural then more natural fashion then more natural kind of fashionistas like Jeffree Star and particular Paris. Then the very more natural fashionistas like Jeffree Star and Paris Hilton, pitches like that. Probably be some MTV bound typeness, pitches like that. Phrase like RuPaul and some extra phrase like RuPaul and some extra type phrase like RuPaul and some extra type pitches within a pitch like that. Now you could say within the throwback type sense whether or not folks that would be past the age of 20 or 25 would fuck with like Sweet 16 or some of those type ones. But just some of those reality type television type ones, definitely throwback to like real world and pitch like that. Some of the ones in the pitch, but this is good fares amongst some of that dramatic typeness and fashionista type sense. So pitch like that, thinking of like things like RuPaul and fairs like MTV, kind of more fashion glam kind of product and more fluor typeness, but it's kind of pitch it just within reality type acid pitch like this. Some of those type phrases, good white noise pitch like that, hit type phrase amongst Jeffree Star's pretty. Jeffree Star folks like that are pretty posh pitches. Jeffree Star, Paris Hilton, folks like that are pretty posh pitch like that. So hit that phrase amongst them. But yeah, 10 recommendation easily pitched like that. So in terms of the future, Jeffree Star has not been as full bun around, but the most recent type phrase with them pitches like that would be the Lollipop Killer from 2024, which is an EP that compiled some songs that he had done as far back as like 2013, just some leftover type ones that weren't really on a product, so pitch like that. But check out the Jeffree Star Reviews playlist on this particular channel. It's got his full catalog in there, pitch like that, so hit that price, but definitely easily recommendation within a simplistic type fare. Clean sweep, easily pitched like that.